go to town. So your midweek update is a traveling video. Let's see if we can square that out. All right, let's go. Pardon the haze. Let's see if we can clean that up a little bit. There you go. Back cameras are clean. All right. It is what it is. You're going to have to just cope and deal. All right. So your midweek update is that we have to go to town for the second time in 2 weeks. Not the coolest in the whole world. We do have a roof problem that needs to be managed. So I have to go get the right stuff. And that's going to be 50 miles of transport to get the right stuff. Not a horrible thing, not a terrible thing, it just has to be done. So what has occurred? Alright, since the last time we talked, what has happened? I have been working on the houseboats. We've been getting an amazingly good reputation now from our houseboats. Mainly from the phrase, they're so clean, they're so amazing, they're so comfy. Well, I do have a lot of people that are working with me that are making this happen. And, you know, from the young lady that's doing all of the washing of the stuff to me with the pots, the pans, and everything else. We're trying to, you know, make these little teeny tiny bed and breakfast on the water as meaningful as we can. Hang on, there you go, buddy. So today, because I got that roof issue, which we talked about before, it looks like I have a spot where the rubber has just receded. And I did talk to my RV guy, and my RV guy is cooler than hell. And he told me I have to go out and get this product. Well, I've had this product on back order for, I don't know how long, 6 weeks, 5 weeks, who knows. And so he gave me another product to get. He said it's always on the shelf at this store. So our first job today is to go to that store and get it off of that shelf. Just so you know, from all the wet, okay, temperature is about 83 degrees, and it is humid. It's about 75% humidity. That's with all the haze on the window is blowing out. I'm going to try to square you up. I'm not sure it's going to work, but we'll give it a shot. So it's very humid. Not a lot of moving air, not a lot of winds. It was nice yesterday. It did rain like a son of a gun today, and if you can look in the sky, it's going to rain again. It's supposed to be a 70% chance of rain today. I can't let that stop me. I have things to do. So we are off and running. What is that cherry? I don't know what that is. I got something that's banging around. Oh, what's that in the water? Okay, what we got? Juvenile ibis up in the trees over there. So, houseboats, that's fine. Took care of all that. For those of you who were paying attention, I actually drove 3 of these houseboats. I was working with our senior captain, and I was able to take a 42-foot vessel and back it out of the slip, move it around the marina, turn it around, bring it to bear, pump it out, do all that magic, take it back. It's a great step in the right direction, and it means that we are learning. So we're excited about this. I did do a daily room pull for you guys. I pulled Thuris out, the thorn room, that talks about the gateway between points in your life. You know, where you are, what you're doing, what's going on, and what we're going to do next, and how to move forward into a better space. You know, without carrying all the regrets. There are no mistakes, is what it said. There are no mistakes, there are only lessons, and you don't want to carry anger and regret into the next part of your life when you transform. And I thought that was beautiful. Bodie's a little weird today. I don't know what's up with him. Queso's fine. Bodie has, well, we're working on his travel skills, you know. It's going to take some time. He's a good boy. He really is. He tries hard. So, where Queso is just kind of, chill mode. He knows what to do. Oh, hey, was that a shoe-shouldered hawk? That was cool. The dead trees you're seeing yet again, you've done them before, you'll do them again. That's Christian Point. Okay. And so, it's wet. We're still in the wet season. What else did we have this week? Oh, there was an alligator sighting. There's something you don't see every day. We've had an alligator sighting about a mile away from where I work. I've seen this alligator, but over a year ago, so it's a new thing for these people. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at all the ibis. Oh, and all the snowy egret. Look at them. Man, that's so cool. So we got an alligator, right? Nobody has seen a python in weeks, which is kind of, cuckoo head. Let's see, what else did we see? Crocodiles. Haven't seen any babies in a while, which means either they're so big, they're moving out of the way, or they're so small, somebody's protecting them, so we haven't really seen them. Let's see, what else did we see the other day? A great blue heron. Hi, Bobby. Great blue heron flying back and forth over the Florida Bay. A number of shark views. We see that a lot. So we don't cry or complain about that. We just say, hey, they're sharks. Coupe Pond, everybody. Let me see how flooded it is. I can't turn on the camera to show you. Yeah, you're not going there. It's just basically a marsh. But we have seen so many beautiful, wonderful things in the last week, plus all the work, plus taking care of everything. And again, they split my days off, Monday and Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, so I'm off, which is fine. I'm okay with this. I told them they don't have to give me consecutive days off. Just please give me one day off in the weekday. So if I got to do what I'm doing, I'm doing it. Razak Pond, hang on. Let's see what else we can do. Secret number 1, we're done. It's over, so we can stop talking about that. Secret mission number 2, still working on it. Getting close. Someday when I can speak freely, I'll let everybody know what's going on. But right now, we're just doing secret missions. Little side quests is what the kids call them. grocery store trying to figure out how much rice you have to buy, well, one of those things is going to feed you, your dog, your kid, your whatever, right? One of them isn't. I think you need to focus very comfortably and intelligently on that which will take care of you and yours, and not on what people half a world away who, let's face it, they hate you. They hate me, they hate you, they hate everything, and they're gonna fight with each other. We need to stay away from this. You know, same thing I said to somebody the other day. I'm like, look, I hear there's problems, I hear there's bad stuff happening, I'm with you, and at the same time, if a starving legal American child needs a sandwich, I'll buy him two. If a homeless dog or cat needs food, I'm right out in front of it. But somebody 5,000 miles away that actually their ideology hates me, and you want me to push money into that? Well, that's pathological altruism. That's hug your mugger week, and we've already had this conversation. You don't do that. That's a no-no. You don't hand your lunch over to the bully. You punch the bully in the nose. Oh, there's another hawk. Oh, nice. You just don't do it. And so these people are screaming and yelling and carrying on and making a lot of fuss. And I'm like, wait, we have so many bigger things to solve. Homeless shelters overrun, nursing homes, people being kicked out for illegal aliens, homeless children that are legal, dogs and cats that are being dumped into shelters, parakeets, for God's sake, because they can't pay to feed them. We have huge things sitting on the ground I'm sitting on right now we have to take care of. We can't worry about somebody else's ground because they ain't worrying about ours. Man, I see that all the time. Pray for this country, pray for that country. I never see anybody go, hey, pray for us. We need a little bit of help, man. We are in some serious trouble from the top on down. But nobody wants to pray for us. Why? Not that prayer does anything. Prayer is a personal, spiritual item that makes you think that you have appealed to heaven to have performed an act. And that's great. You know, you can show respect, but hey, man. What did Buddha say, Queso? You may worship and respect the gods, but don't expect their help. You know, the potatoes you plant, the dirt you turn over, the extra can of beans you buy, these are the help. So, you know, without going too far down into the thing, it's just kind of sweaty. We're waiting for the busy season to come in. Things are picking up at work, and they're picking up at work because that 45 days the government's going to shut down. Blah, 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 blah. Now, the government won't shut down long enough to realize we don't need a government. Stop it. That's nonsense. It's going to be okay. And because, you know, we're old now. I'm sure that if there's young people watching my channel, we've seen this a couple times before. It's oh wait, we're at 9 Mile Pond, so we're 10 miles away from where we started. We've seen this before. It's a lot of posturing, a lot of peeing in pots, a lot of whatever. Ultimately, we, the people who are doing everything, they don't win. What is that? Oh, it's a crow. We don't win. We have to pay. And I personally think that, you know, to put missiles over here, you shouldn't have to pay for it. You don't want them to it, you don't have to pay for it. Now the flip side is also true. We got to think ahead. There are places that have had people that say, I don't want to pay for the fire department. And then they are frantically writing a check while the fire marshal is watching their house burn down. Okay? That's not good. Another crow. Wait. Before I go off, I'm going to just turn the camera. Some say this is paradise. I say everything here wants to kill you. So, yeah, I think that there's a line between those two things. And that is that those that, you should pay for what you use. If you're going to drive on the road, you should pay for having it paid. Now, my big problem is we can go down another level and go, when's this going to be done? How much is it going to be cost? Why are we paying Louis' cousin too? Right? We have some big stuff here. And the other end is, what about the things you don't want? If you don't want something, why are you being forced to pay for it? It shouldn't be compulsory, it should be optional. Now, a good friend of mine once said, if you play that game, then people who don't have any means won't pay for anything. True. Well, then, should they be using the services of that? That becomes a big question. I mean, I am no slouch. I am no fool. As a tricolor heron, I am dropping off. Look, when I buy baby food for queso, it's $29 a case. Alright? And that can get them a couple months. I found out that he and Bodie don't like the apple chicken. I don't know why. I tasted it, it's perfectly fine, but I'm not going to eat it. So I packaged up all the apple chicken, and what am I going to do with it? I'm going to take it, and I'm going to give it to a church pantry. And I'm going to say to them, hey man, if you've got a legal American child, here, give it to them. Why shouldn't we give back to those that are in need? There are too many people that are not in need and fake it. Right? We know this. But we have a legitimate way to give back, shouldn't we? Remember, it's your time, money, and energy. I could take this apple chicken baby food, and I could probably stir it in the macaroni or rice. Oh, great egret. I could stir it in macaroni, rice, anything else, and I could probably eat it. Or I could make sure a legal American child has something to eat. I've got to go in the other direction on that. That, to me, sounds like the right thing to do. So I'm going to do it. You do what you think is right. You'll also notice, because I know all of you love the driving videos. For those of you who have been here before, where are we? Come on. I'll give you a hint. The trees are getting bigger. That's a cypress tree. That is not a gumbo limbo. On the left are a whole bunch of coconut palms. But if you'll notice, there's little spots. On the horizon, it's getting a little bit higher. So where are we? Great egret. And because it's the end of the wet season, all the sawgrass is blooming. Cypress trees on your right. Where are we? Give you a hint. That higher spot is called a hillock. So where are we? Those things are cypress trees. cypress forest, which means you are approaching noble hammock and mahogany hammock. I am very surprised at the lack of wildlife today. Even in the marshy places, I'm really surprised about that. That usually tells me that those clouds on the horizon, that's not a good thing. That is going to be, it's time for the bucking. Although we did see a big flock of ibis, so we can work with that. Today is probably not the greatest travel day in the world. We're going to do it anyway. Melted kingfisher. Cabbage palms, dwarf cypress. Now, did you notice that the trees just suddenly disappeared? Oof. But look at the horizon. Man, this is why I like living here. It's just so different every 10 seconds. The horizon, as you can see, is green. It's a green line. That green line means that you are approaching mahogany trees. Technically, West Indies mahogany trees. How did they get here? Millions and millions of years ago. I was a sparrow, barn swallow. Not a sparrow, barn swallow. Uh-oh. Let's slow it down, Queso. Bodie, what are you doing? Get over here. See, we're still working with him. There is an orange sign out there near Noble Hammock, so excuse me, hang on. That was a summer tanager, which I haven't seen in about a month. So there you go. I see some great egrets in the trees, and so we are between mahogany hammock and noble hammock, but I still see that orange sign, which I'm slowing down. Probably mowing. Yep. Alright, you can pick it up. For those of you who are playing the home game, you're going to notice it's a blue sky over there and a gray sky over there. We're driving right into a storm. Isn't that fun? I think the Carry Ellen can handle it. What do you guys think? Oh, osprey. Nice. Some bald eagles I've seen the last couple of days. That's always kind of fun. But yeah, we are driving definitely into the storm front. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Nice part about this state is I'm going to need another shower. I'm going to get it. It's going to happen. Oh, green egret. Oh, yeah. For those of you guys that are weather nuts, yeah, that's your magic right there. Blue skies, cirrus clouds on your left, and then right up front it's gray. They said it was 70% chance of rain today. And it did rain before I left. I waited a little bit before I left. care of you. Nobody else will.